Good evening, Paleo Keepers, and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. Now, today I've decided I am going to make a Cenozoic park using only the Cenozoic animals that are in the game. Now, the main reason for this is because I've been since the trailer came out for Prehistoric Planet Ice Age, I've been very low-key obsessed, and oh god, yeah, the mammals look so good in that. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a Cenozoic park, and I'm going to do the entrance to this park a little bit later. So I'm starting on with the cave lions. We're going for the European one, and they look so good in this game. Like, just prehistoric mammals in general. I'm so happy they're in one park building game and I get to enjoy them on here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to make a little tunnel that our guests can walk through and the lions can walk on top of. And we're just going to keep it simple with this glass tunnel with then the grass roof from the Stone Age bits, just to sort of make it somewhat blend in with the rest of the ground. I know the grass in there is a little bit darker. Anyways, we're going to be doing a lion house, which I will actually tell you now I will update down the line, because I learned something where it means I'll be able to actually make cat tunnels a lot better. I didn't realize how small the hitboxes were on the lions, so I'm going to probably, like this bit, the front bit where I'm building here, where eventually I'll be putting gates, I'm going to be making them more like the actual gates you see on lion enclosures rather than these really big open ones. But we'll get to that, to how I learned that was a thing I was able to do. But anyways, so we're just doing like 3 different areas where they can be separated, so they're not all like bunged up together, but glass viewing windows so the guests can still see them inside of their house. I already have made cat beds in the past, so I'm just going to be using the same one which I've saved as a blueprint to put inside of there. Now I'm going to do the entrance to my little tunnels here. I'm going to try and make them look a little bit fun, do signs on them and stuff I don't usually do on my enclosures that much, but I want to kind of spruce it up as the cave line tunnel is what I'm going to be calling it. Now, I know the cave lines, and it's only just occurred to me, obviously we're not at this point in the video, but I have not built them a cave. So I'd love to let me know in the comments, should I build a cave for my cave lions? Like a few little hidden caves here and there, but that's future, further down the line. I had a lot of fun making this little tunnel, just doing the words, using the actual cartoonish drawing, which I absolutely adore. I love those cartoon drawings. I really don't use them enough at all. And we're going for this kind of coloration. This is the kind of coloration we'll be going throughout the park: the grey, the yellow and the green. And I'm going to try to incorporate it into every enclosure, making the enclosures somewhat feel, or the enclosures all kind of feel linked to each other, and there's kind of some sort of branding in that kind of case. In my tunnel as well, I'm going to be doing some little planters. Obviously this is huge right now, but we're just going to get the soil lined up with the edges, and then we're just going to shrink it, and then we'll add our plants, and then these are going to be dotted around throughout the actual tunnel itself. I thought it'd be kind of spruce it up a little bit, look kind of nice, kind of decorative, so it just didn't seem like a really plain tunnel. Obviously I've put lights in there. We're going to be putting some of these screens in there as well, and probably some other things when I get to it, and I'm not too sure how much decorate it. I don't want to make it too clustered. I just want it to look kind of nice in there and just have a bit of brightness, and that it's just not just an empty tunnel. As you can see there, I'm putting the little TVs down, just because I notice sometimes when I make tunnels I don't really do much in there and they feel really barren, even though I know there's some enclosures out there where they do have the tunnels through where it's just nothing but foot space. I feel like it just needs that little bit extra touch. So we're just going to place the windows down in here. I do decorate the actual staff area to this, but unfortunately I forgot to hit record. That's a big mistake on me, but you'll see at the end, don't worry, because like I said, there's a little bit of a funny bit to talk about where you'll get a nice panning shot of the actual staff area. Now these are the gates I was talking about. I made them very big because I was like, I think it was the Smilodon enclosure, the first one I made. I feel like the hitboxes used to be bigger because I tried making little cat dolls at first and it just didn't work out. But yeah, now I've figured out they can fit through a certain part of the building. I will actually make cat doors to it eventually, but we'll get to it. Right now I'm just adding some detail to the building, trying to make it look pretty, kind of make it stand out a bit so it's not just the blocks clipped together. They've got a bit of separation between the metal and the roof and the top. I wanted some skylights so there's some natural lighting in there. I did want like a nice pool for them, and then like a waterfall going into that pool, just so it's like something decorative. Cats, like, they don't really like stagnant water, they like flowing water, and because they're going to be drinking from this pool, I thought, you know what, we'll add a waterfall because that'll stop the water from being stagnant. It'll be a kind of a feature in there. I didn't go too crazy like sometimes I do my waterfalls where I do like staff building where it's all like maintained and things. I thought I'd keep this one kind of simple. You can just imagine there's a hose pipe kind of thing going underneath, and then you can turn it off in the staff room to stop the water flow. Then we added like a load of plants. I went into my blueprints and added this. I've had this blueprint for ages. I'm pretty sure I made it when I did the Blackpool Zoo style enclosure for when the mountain for the cave, when the cave lions first came to the game. Then I wanted to add a few textures to the bushes by adding stones, and then we just dirt up a bit of the open areas to make it look like those are the bits that are trodden on the most. Now this is a bit, when I was recording this I was like, how is one of the lions already outside the enclosure? And then not only did one, but two just sort of squeeze through the door. I completely forgot in the update they made it so guests could walk through the doors as well as staff. Didn't realise it worked for lions, animals as well. But then I realised then that the door is actually small enough to let them through. So I'm going to be experimenting a bit more and making actual cat doors going in and out of the cat house. But yeah, this was a fun little build, slightly simple, not over complicated, but I know I'm going to have a lot of fun making this Cenozoic zoo. But anyways, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some inspiration. If you want to like leave down any inspiration of what you'd like to see built in my Cenozoic zoo, I'm more than happy to, I always read the comments, and I'm more than happy to add those suggestions into this actual park. But yeah, I'll leave you with the last few little clips here, and as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.